Hey guys, welcome back to lesson 3, part 2 of our jump character designer tutorial where we're learning how to get our character jumping. So last time we should have gotten our character jumping up and down as you can see here, but we haven't modified and changed the animation of our character to also include that jumping animation yet. So we're going to get into how to do that today, so let's begin. All right. So just a quick little review. This is what the moving left and right code for your character should look like. Left release, right release, almost identical. Jumping animation, and touching floor. Now, we're going to start rearranging quite a few things in our moving left and right. We're going to try to include all of our characters' animations here. And I'm going to do one thing here before I forget about this, as it'll cause quite a few problems. We're going to add one more bit of information here. Now, because we're starting to add so many different animations, we're going to have 6 different animations that our character is going to be going through, whereas before we only had 4 we had to worry about right here, move left and right. And to do that, we're going to have to add one more thing in jump. We're going to go into our game attributes and setters, and we're going to set character running to false. And we're going to include that whenever a character is jumping. So as soon as our character is jumping, we want to tell the game, hey, he's not running anymore, and he's also not touching the floor. And this will help us manage our animations better. Okay, so that's one of the most important things you need to do. So we're going to get into the main part of this now. We're going to go into move left and right, and we're going to start rearranging quite a few things here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this, and I'm going to actually start putting this up here instead. So the controls have to be below where we're going to manage all of our animations. I'm also going to remove, and I'm going to separate out the running animation code from both of these. Okay, and we're going to start manage our running just above that. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this, but I'm going to add a comment around here. And this is just to remind myself what this is meant to do. So this is meant to move character left and right. Whoops, extra G there. And I'm going to add one more comment for myself. And I'm going to remind myself all the code I'm going to write here is about changing or managing, I'll call it managing animations. Okay, so managing animations above the moving of our character. All right, what we're also going to do is rather than before, what we did was we checked if our character was running or not. If he was not running, and depending which direction he's facing, he is standing. But now we've got 3 different things to worry about. We've got running, jumping, so running, jumping, and standing. And so that makes it a little bit more difficult for us to manage this. So the big thing I'm going to put at the very top of this is my character moving left or right? So all the left animations, I'm going to change that here. All the right animations, I'm going to change that here. And as you might imagine, we're going to need 3 different combinations of if. Okay, and if this is not true, otherwise, we're going to check if something else is true. And if that's not true, then finally we come to the last conclusion. So I'm going to actually start with my first if is going to be, I'm going to check whether my character is touching the ground or not. Okay. And if he's not touching the ground, so character touching floor, and I'm going to go back into flow, I'm going to grab a not. So if my character is not touching the floor, well, that should be quite obvious. If my character is not touching the floor, then he's probably up in the air, so he's jumping. Okay, and I'm going to just put a left template here first. Oops, that's run. I'm going to have to duplicate that. So I'm going to grab another animation. To drag this out, and we're going to jump instead. Jump left. Okay, So if my character's not touching the floor, he's jumping. Now, what's the other option? If he's not touching the floor, he's one of two things. He's either running or he's standing. So if my character is running, okay, and if running happens to be true, so if you want, if this might make it a little bit more clear for some of you guys, we can do this. If character running equals true, whoops, I actually select that. So I have to go into Boolean, true. Okay, so if my character is running, now for some of you, maybe more expert programmers, you can actually just shove that in directly and it will work exactly like that, but this might be a little bit easier for some of you guys to understand. So if the character is running, then he's running. And of course, if he's not running or jumping, then of course he's standing. Okay, so I'm actually just going to duplicate this whole thing. So you can do a double tap or a right click on your mouse. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to paste it. And so now I've got 2 copies of that. Okay, I'm going to clear this out, and I'm just going to switch all my lefts to rights in this version down here. And hopefully this should get things up and running. Okay, I'm going to put the right in. Whoops. Oh, that was good. Okay, let's put the left in first. Put the right in the right. Okay, let's test our code out and to see if it's working as my demo is showing. Sometimes even I forget to change the last 1 or 2 things to get things behaving properly. So Stencyl is going to compile itself. It's going to add and update all of this code that we've got here. And I'm going to try to move my character left and right. I'm going to try to jump. That's looking pretty good. Right, so just a quick last review. The first thing you want to make sure you do is manage all of your animations here. Okay, left and then right, and then within that, one of 3 different animations: jump, run, or stand. Okay, and likewise, just switching it to the right-hand side here. And then after we manage our animations, we then check how we want to move our character left or right. Okay, and finally, in our jumping animation, remember to add this. If the character is jumping, he's not touching the floor, and he's also not running. And what we're really trying to do is that by turning off running, we prevent the game from having him running in the air while he's moving left and right as well. Okay, hopefully you guys got that working. We'll see you guys back in tutorial number 4 for a double jump lesson if you want to do that, or you can skip ahead to lesson number 5 for melee attacks. See you guys next time.